I'm gonna start the Zoom meeting, but you guys just hang tight. Hello, Elizabeth. Hi, Denelson.
Hola.
Hola. Hello, Kim. Hello, Elijah. Hello, Eni. Eni, I thought you were coming for in class. Hi, Nina. Hola, Doris. So, Eni, you won't be coming for in-person learning at this point? Hello, Carl. Hello, Misa. My wife told me to stop impersonating a flamingo. I had to put my foot down. I went to buy some camouflage pants, but I couldn't find any. I failed math so many times at school, I can't even count. I used to have a handle on life, but then the handle broke. I was wondering why the Frisbee kept getting bigger and bigger, and then it hit me. I heard there were a bunch of break-ins over at the car park. That is wrong on so many levels. I want to die peacefully in my sleep, like my grandfather, not screaming and yelling like the passengers in his car. When life gives you melons, you might be dyslexic. Don't you hate it when someone answers their own questions? I do. It takes a lot of balls to golf the way I do. There you go. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Today we're going to do something called special right triangles. Karen, put it there. Can you see? Brian, can you see okay? Okay. Kiara, just let me know. Can you see okay? Can you see that okay? You see the screen? Okay. All right. So there are two pieces I want to review with you. All right. Hopefully you've seen this before, but if you have not, that's okay. All right. The square root of 7 times the square root of 7 is the square root of 49, right? And the square root of 49 is 7, right? So does it make sense that the square root of 7 times the square root of 7 is 7? Does it make sense that the square root of 19 times the square root of 19 is 19? Can I have a thumbs up if you understand what I'm saying to you there? Good? Sorta? Carl, thank you. Misa, thank you. Just Carl and Misa? Let me say this one more time. Devon, oh my goodness, Devon, that's your first thumbs up of the year. Thank you. All right. If the square root of 7 times the square root of 7, 7 times 7 is 49, right? And the square root of 49 is 7, right? So what I'm saying is 7, square root of 7 times square root of 7 makes just regular 7. Square root of 19 times square root of 19 makes regular 19 without the square root. Square root of 3 times square root of 3 makes just 3. Oh, okay, good. Thank you, Nina. All right. Okay. So what I'm saying is 2 square roots. If it's the same number, that makes the number without the square root. Square root of 7 times square root of 7, 7. Square root of 19 times square root of 19, 19. Square root of 3 times square root of 3, 3. What about this? What's 2 times square root of 3 times square root of 3? Wouldn't that be 2 times 3? 6, right? What's 5 times square root of 3 times square root of 3? That's 5 times 3, right? 15, yes? What's 7 times square root of 3 times square root of 3? Or 7 times 3? 21. Can I please have another thumbs up if you understand what I'm saying there? Thumbs up, please. Thank you, Carl. Thank you, Elijah. Thank you, Misa. Thank you, Nina. Hakeem, thank you. That's it. Eni, you all right over there? Devon giving me a second thumbs up. Woohoo. All right. Very good. Annie, thank you. All right. Good to know you're awake over there. Good. Okay. Okay. We're good. All right. Okay. All right. Next. Now, 1 divided by the square root of 2. For some reason, the math powers that be have said, sorry, you can't have a square root on the bottom. Why not? I don't know. No good. Can't have a square root on the bottom. So what do we do about that? Here's what we do. We do this. We multiply by square root of 2 over square root of 2. Because square root of 2 over square root of 2 is 1, right? Anything over itself is 1, right? So I can multiply anything by 1. I'm sorry, Devon. I don't know why that's not working for you. I'm glad you were able to join from your phone. All right. So if we multiply by square root of 2 over square root of 2, we'll get 1 square root of 2 or square root of 2 over 2, right? Because square root of 2 times square root of 2 is 2. This is the same as this. Can I have a thumbs up if you see what I did? I no longer have a square root in the bottom. Carl Daniels, thank you. Nina, thank you. Misa, thank you. Eni, thank you. All right. Here, let me do another one. All right. 1 over square root of 3. I'm going to multiply by square root of 3 over square root of 3. What does that give me? That gives me square root of 3, or 1 square root of 3 over 3, right? Because square root of 3 times square root of 3 is 3. And there you go. Okay. What about this one? 7 over square root of 2. I'm going to multiply by square root of 2 over square root of 2. Now, what do I get? I get 7 square root of 2 over 2. This is the same as this. Can I have a thumbs up, please, if you get it? You see what I'm saying to you? Nina, thank you. Elijah, Carl Daniels, thank you. Okay. Okay, we're good, kinda. All I'm saying is I can't have a square root on the bottom. I can't have, this is no good written like this. So this is okay. I can't have square root of 3 on the bottom. 3 is okay. This is okay. I can't have it like this. So how do I get rid of the square root of the bottom? I multiply by the same thing. The square root of 3 times square root of 3 is 3. Okay? But I have to do it, I have to multiply by square root of 3 over square root of 3, because this is 1. I can multiply anything by 1. That's okay. It doesn't change the problem, is what I'm saying. In other words, this here is the same as this here. If I do it on a calculator, I'll get the same exact answer with both things there. Okay? So here, 7 times square root of 2 divided by 2 is the same as 7 over square root of 2. It would give me the same answer on a calculator, same exact answer. But for some reason, they make me write it like this. Why do they make me write it like that? I don't know. Okay. Over here, I'm going to multiply. Okay, thank you, Amy. I'm going to multiply by square root of 3 over square root of 3. And what's that going to give me? That's going to give me 5 square root of 3 over 3. Okay? Okay? All right. Can I please have a thumbs up? Is everyone hanging in there with me at this point? Devon, thank you. Elijah, Misa, thank you. Carl Daniels, thank you. Nina, thank you. Carl Berry, you at your computer? All right. Thank you, Carl. Thank you to Nelson. Devon, you're a little confused. All right, let me just show you one more time. No problem. Okay. All I'm saying is, whoops. All I'm saying is, you can't have a square root in the denominator like this. So how do we get rid of it? We multiply by square root of 2 over square root of 2. Okay? Because square root of 2 times square root of 2 gives me just plain 2. And now I don't have a square root in the denominator. It's okay to have it on top. You just can't have it on the bottom. Why? I don't know. Okay? So here, I'm multiplying by square root of 3 over square root of 3. Here again, by square root of 2 over square root of 2. Here again, by square root of 3 over square root of 3. Here by square, oops. What about this? All right, here, I'm multiplying by square root of 2 over square root of 2. This time, this is different because this is square root of 7. Over here, this is plain 7. But over here, it's square root of 7. And square root of 7 times square root of 2 is square root of 14 over 2. Done. Over here, I multiply by square root of 3 over square root of 3. Square root of 5 times square root of 3, that's square root of 15 over 3. Okay. Devon, is it a little better? Oh, Alex? Okay. All right. Now, why am I showing you all that? Well, here's why. Okay. We have two types of special right triangles. The first one is called a 30, 60, 90 triangle. And eventually I'm going to actually ask you to just copy this down. You can hold off until a little later, but right now I want you to see in a 30, 60, 90 triangle, okay, You have a 30-degree angle, a 60-degree angle, and a right angle, 90-degree angle. Across from the 30-degree angle, this is a length of 1. The hypotenuse, you double the short side. 1 plus 1 is 2. And the long leg is square root of 3. For example, if this is 5, the hypotenuse is 10, double it. And the long leg is 5 square root of 3. Okay? That's it. If I tell you this is 5, double it to get 10, times square root of 3 to get that side, always. If the bottom is 7, double it to get 14. That's the hypotenuse. Times square root of 3 to get the long leg. Okay? So take the bottom number, double it to get the hypotenuse, times square root of 3 to get the long leg. Over here. Double it to get the hypotenuse, times square root of 3 to get the long leg. Over here. Double it to get the hypotenuse, times square root of 3 to get the long leg. Okay? Double it and times square root of 3. All right? So, if this guy is 4, what's the hypotenuse? 8, right? And what's the long leg? 4 square root 3, right? Can I have a thumbs up, please, if you understand what I'm saying to you? Carl Daniels, thank you. Devon, thank you. Carl Berry, thank you. Misa, Nina, thank you. Janelson, thank you. Misa, thank you. Hanging in there? Karen, okay? Joel? Brian, all right? Hi, Kiara. All right. Over here. If the bottom is 8, what's the hypotenuse? 16. What's the long leg? 8 square root 3. Okay? There are 3 sides, all right? And what I'm saying is in a 30, 60, 90, if the short side is 1, the hypotenuse is 2, the long leg is square root of 3. 5, 10, 5 square root of 3. 7, 14, 7 square root of 3. Always. Okay. Over here, it says the hypotenuse is 12. Okay, so what's the short side? 6. What's this? 6 square root of 3. Here, it's telling me, oh, here's 11 square root of 3. What's the short side? 11. What's the hypotenuse? 22. Wait a minute. Now we're drawing the triangle upside down. Is that going to mess you up? Excuse me. Thank you. If this is 2, Would you agree that this guy is 4? That's the hypotenuse, right? And this is 2 square root of 3. Okay. Oh my God, now it's written sideways. The long leg is 3 square root of 3. What's this guy? 3, right? What's the hypotenuse? 6. Oh my goodness, now the hypotenuse is 18. What's the short side? 9. Thank you, Joel. What's the long leg? 9 square root of 3, right? Easy. The short side is 10. What's the hypotenuse? 20. What's the long leg? 10 square root of 3. Okay. Can I have a thumbs up, please? How are you hanging in there? Yeah, are you hanging in there with me? Devon, thank you. Nina, thank you. Carl Daniels, thank you. Alex, thank you. Eni, you hanging in there? Misa, you hanging in there? Denelson, thank you, Eni. Akeem, thank you. Misa, thank you. How about you, Denelson? How about you, Elijah? You hanging in there? All right. Now, I'm going to mess with you a little bit. I'm sorry. Be careful. All right. Now, this one says the bottom is 5 square root of 3. So if I double it, don't I get 10 square root of 3, right? What's going on? Before, I just had a whole number on the bottom, right? Like 4 or 8 or 6. But now, I have some 5 square root of 3 in the bottom. So I double it and I've got 10 square root of 3, right? Right? Over here, would you agree that it's going to be 5 square root of 3 square root of 3, right? Because back here, remember, if this was 4, the long side was 4 times square root of 3. So on the bottom down here, if the bottom is a 5 square root of 3, I got to put another square root of 3 on it, right? Wait a minute. What did you tell me square root of 3 times square root of 3 equals? Wait a minute. Way all the way back here. Remember square root of 7 times square root of 7 is 7. Remember square root of 19 times square root of 19 is 19. What's square root of 3 times square root of 3? 3. Oh, wait a minute. Square root of 3 times square root of 3 is 3. So isn't this the same as 5 times 3? 5 times 3 is 15. Oh, okay. Okay. So over here, this is 7 square root of 3. So this is 14 square root of 3, right? That means this is 7 square root of 3 square root of 3, or 7 times 3, right? What's 7 times 3? 21, right? Joel, you hanging in there? Karen, you hanging in there? Hilder, okay. Wait a minute. And the next one, it's giving me the hypotenuse of 12 square root of 3. Doesn't that make this 6 square root of 3, right? Which means over here is 6 square root of 3, square root of 3, right? Or 6 times 3, which is 18. Can I have a thumbs up? Are you still hanging in there with me? Are we still okay? Misa, thank you. Nelson, thank you. Carl Daniels, thank you. Nina, thank you. Devon, thank you. Amy, thank you. Carl Daniels, thank you. Carl Berry, you hanging in there? Okay. Oh, man. So wait a minute. What the heck is this? Hold on before we go here. All right. Remember, if this was 4, this is 4 times square root of 3. So if this is 4 times square root of 3, don't I divide square root of 3 to get this? Don't I divide square root of 3 to get that? If I have this, don't I divide square root of 3 to get that? If I have this, don't I divide square root of 3 to get that? Right? If I have this, don't I divide square root of 3 to get that? Right? So guess what? Now I have a 5, just plain 5, right? So isn't this 5 divided by square root of 3? Isn't that 5 divided by square root of 3, right? I need another thumbs up if you understand what I'm saying to you. It's 5 divided by square root of 3. Thank you, Devon. Thank you, Akeem. Thank you, Misa. Thank you, Alex. Thank you, Carl Daniels. Carl Berry, you at your computer? Thank you, Akeem. Thank you, Devon. Wow. Third thumbs up from Devon. Nice. All right. So that's 5 divided by square root of 3. Wait a minute. I'm not allowed to have a square root on the bottom. Seriously? I just figured this shizznizzle out, and now I gotta do some other shizznizzle? What the fiddlesticks, man? You remember what I gotta do here? I gotta do times square root of 3 over square root of 3. Oh my God. This is gonna be 5 square root of 3 over 3. Double it. 10 square root of 3 over 3. Okay. Look at the next one. 7, making this 7 over square root of 3. I can't have a square root at the bottom. I had to multiply square root of 3 over square root of 3. What do I get? 7 square root of 3 over 3. Really? You got to do all that shiznizzle? Yes. Sorry. Drives me nuts. Why can't I just leave the square root on the bottom? I don't know. Makes me mad. Double it. 14 square root of 3 over 3. Can I have a thumbs up? Are you hanging in there with me still? Are you still with me? Carl Daniels, thank you. Alex, thank you. Misa, Devon, thank you. Elijah, Akeem, thank you. All right, all right, all right. Carl Berry, thank you. Okay, Joel, hang on. All right. Four. What's the bottom one going to be? 4. Divided square root of 3, yes? You okay with that? So I gotta do square root of 3 over square root of 3, right? Times square root of 3 over square root of 3. So this is 4 square root of 3 over 3. Double it. 8 square root of 3. Over 3. Annoying, but that's how you do it. This is how you do it. This is how you do it. This is how you do it. Yo. ¿Qué? Espero que 10. Noche pasada 11. I'm good. Después de sales. Voy a dormir. No, coffee. Voy a dormir después de sales. Durante los almuerzos, during lunch, I'm going to sleep in my chair. Okay. So now, okay. All right. That's 30, 60, 90. Okay. There's another triangle, 45, 45, 90. What? 45, 45. Two angles are the same, which means two sides are the same. All right. If this is 1, this is 1. And this is square root 2. Wait a minute, Weiss. Hold on a second. You just told me that here in a 30, 60, 90, right? If that's 1, the hypotenuse is 2, right? Now you're telling me in this triangle, if this is 1, the hypotenuse is square root of 2? Yes. So here's what I want you to do, please. Either take a picture or write this down, okay? First, 30, 60, 90, all right? 30, 60, 90. $30, 60, 90. If this is 1, this is 2, this is square root 3. $45, 45, 90. This is 1, this is 1, square root of 2. Okay? Either take a picture or write that down. Okay? 30, 60, 90 is 1, 2, and square root of 3. And then here, 45, 45, 90. Write this one down. 1, 1, and square root of 2. All right. For example, 5. If that's 5, this is 5. And this is 5 square root of 2. Done. Okay. If that's 7, this is 7. 7 square root of 2. Done. Okay. If that's 15 square root of 2, this is 15. This is 15. $39 square root of 2. This is 39. This is 39. Okay? If you're still with me, can I please have a thumbs up? Nobody? Misa, Devon, thank you. That's it, Misa and Devon. Anybody else? Nobody? Nina, I don't know how long ago you said that. It's not square root 3 because 3 sides. That's not the case. It's just something to memorize, basically. I don't even want you to memorize it. It's just a rule. Okay? Has nothing to do with how many sides. Okay? I only had a thumbs up from Misa and Devon. I need to know if you're with me here. Thank you, Carl Daniels. Okay. Thank you, Carl Berry. All right. We had 1, 1, and square root of 2, right? Wait, Nina isn't even here. Oh, geez. I'm talking to the air. All right. So once again, if the two sides are 1, then the hypotenuse is square root of 2. If the two sides are 5, hypotenuse is 5 square root of 2. Two sides are 7, hypotenuse is 7 square root of 2. If the two sides are 15, the hypotenuse is 15 square root of 2. The two sides are 39, the hypotenuse is 39 square root of 2. Okay? Now, of course, I'm very sorry I have to mess with you again. I'm sorry. Here we go. If the bottom is 3 square root of 2, what is going on here? Okay. If the bottom is 3 square root of 2, then this is 3 square root of 2. The two sides are always the same. But then this guy is 3 square root of 2 square root of 2, right? But what's square root of 2 times square root of 2, Hilder? Square root of 2 times square root of 2 is what? 2. Right? This is 3 times 2, which is 6. If this guy is 4 square root of 2, this guy is 4 square root of 2. So this is 4 square root of 2 square root of 2. Which is 4 times 2. 8. Right? Can I have another thumbs up? Are you still with me? Thank you, Devon. Thank you, Carl Daniels. Thank you, Elijah. Thank you, Misa. Thank you, Carl Berry. All right, all right, all right. All right, all right, all right. All right, all right, all right. All right. Next. What? 7 square root of 3? If that's 7 square root of 3, this is 7 square root of 3. And what's the hypotenuse? 7 square root of 6. Why? Because it's times square root of 2. What's square root of 3 times square root of 2? Square root of 6, right? It's 7 square root of 3 square root of 2, right? Which is 7 square root of 6. Leave it alone. Okay? Four square root of 5? Okay, then this is 4 square root of 5. What's the hypotenuse? 4 square root of 10, right? Times square root of 2, right? Okay. What? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hold on. Okay. Over here, right? Don't I take this guy and divide square root of 2 to get this? Don't I take this and divide square root of 2 to get this, right? Don't I take this and divide square root of 2 to get this, right? Don't I take this and divide square root of 2 to get this, right? Don't I take this and divide square root of 2 to get this, right? Okay, so guess what? If this is 5, what's this? 5 divided by square root of 2, right? But I can't leave a square root in the denominator. Oh my God. What? Okay. Square root of 2 over square root of 2, right? Which is 5 square root of 2 over 2. Which means this is 5 square root of 2 over 2. What a pain. All right. 73? 73? So this is 73 divided by square root of 2. Square root of 2 over square root of 2 equals 73 square root of 2 over 2. Which means this is 73 square root of 2 over 2. Seriously? Are you hanging in there with me? Can I have a thumbs up? How you doing? Devon, yes. Carl Daniels, yes. Anybody else? Still me say yes. Carl Berry, yes. That's it. Anyone else hanging in there with me? All right. You're not going to get confused just because the triangle's on its side, are you? This is 7. This is 7. This is 7 square root of 2, right? Oh boy, this is 7 square root of 2. So this is 7 square root of 2. But then the hypotenuse is 7 square root of 2 square root of 2. Square root of 2 times square root of 2 is 2, right? 7 times 2 is 14, right? Four square root of 3, what? Then this is 4 square root of 3. And this is 4 square root of 6. Right? $59. Then this is 59 divided by square root of 2. Square root of 2 over square root of 2 gives me 59 square root of 2 over 2. Which means this is 59 square root of 2 over 2. Right? What a pain. Okay. I need you to give your brains a break. I hit you with a lot there. Okay. Give your brain a break. Nina, I lost you. Everything okay? Okay. So Nina, your last question to me was it's square root 3 because it's 3 sides. And that's not the case. It's just square root 3 because it's square root 3. Okay, okay. It's just something you have to set up for yourself, okay? There's 2 things I want you to have. It's just not even memorized. I just want you to have it. I want you to have this in the 30, 60, 90. It's 1, 2, and square root of 3. Okay. And then in a 45, 45, 90, it's 1, 1, square root of 2. Okay. So I'd like you to either write that down or take a picture of it. Okay, good. All right. It's not because it's 3 sides. It's just, it is what it is. All right. 45, 45, 90 is 1, 1, square root of 2. And a 30, 60, 90 is 1, 2, and square root of 3. All right. Now we're all just taking a brain break for a second. Brain break. Brain break, brain break. We're taking a brain break. Need some music? Gonna lead to another. Tonight, tonight. It's all about the 80s, man. The 80s. Just between you and me. You and me. Okay. While we're taking a brain break, thank you, Eni. I will check that for you. We're all taking a brain break. Don't anybody leave. Don't go anywhere. Eni. Dilations 2. And 7. Just between you and me. Eni. All right, Eni, your grade is updated. All righty. Here's your job today, ladies and gents. Here's your job today. Your job is 10 of these. All right. So like here, 30, 60, 90, right? If you've got the hypotenuse, The short leg is half. Half, what's half of 5? 2.5. I don't know if they're gonna let me put 2.5 in here. Let's just see what happens. 2.5, does that work? Let's see. Yes, 2.5. He's here. Yes, you do. Go ahead, tell me. Oh, okay, he's here. I was talking about Kiara. Yes, is he coming back? Okay. Do you know who, oh, do you know where, Mr. Morales' office is?
Right next to the.
Right next to the main office, right? You're coming back though, so you can do. Yo. Okay, hold on. Okay. Karen, come be in. Here, Rock from, Okay. Next. Let's see another one. Here we go. Okay, here. Uh-oh. Oh, this is crazy. Look at this one. In this one, if this is 5, wait, I need to do this. All right. Hold on. Oops. Hey. All right. If this is 5, isn't this guy right over here, remember? Isn't that going to be 5 divided by square root of 3? And then I have to square root of 3 over square root of 3, which is 5 square root of 3 over 3. And that's on the bottom. Then I have to double it to get x, which is going to be 10 square root of 3 over 3. Oh my goodness. So I'm going to do 10 square root 3. I hit my fraction bar. Whoops. I don't want to do it like that. I got to get out of the fraction of the square root, then hit the fraction bar. 3. Boom. Woo. That was a pain in the butt. All right. Here, remember, okay. Okay. If this is 2, right, then this side is 2 divided by square root of 2, right? 2 divided by square root of 2. I gotta multiply square root of 2 over square root of 2. Oh my God. And I get 2 square root of 2 over 2. But wait a minute. Does that reduce? Yes. The 2's cancel. What's my answer? Just plain square root of 2. Wow. Crazy, man. Square root 2. Boom. Square root of 6, I got to divide by square root of 2. Oh my God. Weiss, you're crazy. I know. To find x, I got to do square root of 6 divided by square root of 2. Ugh, square root of 2 over square root of 2 equals square root of 12 over 2. Oh my God. And now you're gonna make me simplify? Oh my God. Mr. De Guzman, how are you? Yeah, hold on a second. I'm gonna show you. All right. So you remember what perfect square goes into
Where did you get 2
12?
from?
That is gonna be square root of 4, square root. Where did I get 2 from? Okay. I'm gonna tell you. All right. First of all, if in a 45, 45, 90, if this is square root of 6, then this is square root of 6 divided by square root of 2, right? And we're not allowed to have a square root on the bottom. So what do I have to do? I got to multiply by square root of 2 over square root of 2. Oh. Now I got
You got 2 from the
just
45.
plain 2 on the bottom. Yes, because it's a 45, 45, 90, right? Right? Because I asked you to write this down, didn't I? I asked you, right? If it's a 30, 60, 90, I want you to write down 1, 2, square root of 3. And if it's a 45, 45, 90, I want you to write down 1, 1, square root of 2, right? I asked you to write that down. Did you write that down, Crowberry? Okay. So now I got square root of 12 over 2. But square root of 12, oh my God. Square root of 12 is square root of 4, square root of 3. Oh my goodness. Over 2. What's the square root of 4? The square root of 4, thank you, Mr. De Guzman. The square root of 4 is 2. Square root of 3 over 2. What happens to those 2's? Goodbye. And my answer is square root of 3. Oh my God, that was crazy. Mr. Weiss, what are you trying to do to us here? I know, I'm trying to work your brains. I'm working your brains. Let's look at another one. This one's nice and easy. See, sometimes you'll have a nice and easy one, right? If this is 7, this is 7, this guy, remember? In fact, we did this. Hold on. I'm going to show you this. Wait, right? Look, it's here, right? Look at that. It's this problem right here. If this is 7, this is 7, this is 7 square root of 2. Hot dang. Hot dang. No thinking. 7 square root 2. Booyah! Bam! Whoo! Yeah. Why can't they all be that easy? I don't know, Mr. Guzman. They just want to mess with us here. Oh my God. So if that's square, what? Wait a minute. Look at this. Look at what we got here. Look at what we got here. Hello. See square root of 2, right? Here we go. The sides are 1, right? Because square root of 2 divided by square root of 2 is 1. 1? Yes. 1. 1. Singular sensation, every little step she takes. Da 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 da. 1. Thrilling combination. Every move that she makes. Yo soy tan loco. Pues tienes que ser tan locos que vas a ser un profesor, ¿no? Profesor tiene que ser loco, ¿no? Claro. 1. Booyah. All right. Okay. All right. Go for it. When the problem gets you just too crazy, and say, Weiss, what do you do here? And I'll help you. All right. Okay. Gracias. So,
You got to help Mr. Rice, you got to help him. See? So it doesn't matter.
let's take a look. Right, so I'm gonna unplug
Yeah.
mine.
You got VTA or ACM?
HDMI.
Okay, so you don't need this.
I don't.
Oh, you need that.
I need that to hook it.
Yeah. Mhm.
So.
Yeah. Don't force it. Yeah. And then VTA.
Yeah, here, see, mine, of course, the one I had.
Okay.
Has the girl, right? You got the boy,
No,
right?
so this just goes into there.
No. So it's gonna come in here.
Yes.
So come look.
Oh, okay.
So
And then?
I'm gonna put this guy here.
Yeah.
I know, right?
Okay, wait a minute. Let's go to settings. Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute. Minimize all of this. Minimize settings, right click, display settings. And then maximize this. Let's go to multiple displays, detect. See what we got, detect another display. Nothing being detected. See what's in here. Display internal, what about 2? It's not reading it.
Yeah.
You're right. So why is that?
So maybe, I don't know.
Wait a minute. Let's try it again. Out. And back in. Why is it not reading?
I don't know.
See, multiple displays, nothing. Connect to the wireless, no. It should automatically read.
Yeah,
It's
all right. I mean, I got the one I'm using.
Yeah, okay.
So I'm okay.
I apologize.
So- Are you kidding me? You came up here,
Yeah,
you hooked me up,
yeah,
and
okay.
it's all good.
Yeah.
I would, it would have been nice to have like a backup,
Yeah, absolutely.
but I'm just gonna give it back to you.
No problem.
Please, you not apologize. You're a good man. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Gracias,
De
señor.
nada, de nada.
Okay.
Talk to me. All right, so you want to do divided by square root of 2, okay? What is the square root of 8 divided by square root of 2? What's 8 divided by 2? 8 divided by 2 is 4, right? So square root of 8 divided by square root of 4, square root of 2 is square root of 4, yes? So, do you agree that square root of 8 divided by square root of 2 is square root of 4? Yes? What's the square root of 4? 2. That's your answer.
Mr. Weiss, can I share my screen?
Absolutely. Let me do. Hold on. Let me make it so you can share your screen. Hold on. Okay, go for it. All right. So all you want to do is 7 divided by square root of 3. Does that make sense?
You said 7 divided by square root of 3.
Right, but you can't have square root of 3 in the denominator, right?
Yeah.
So I got to do 7 square root of 3 over 3. Try that. 7 square root of 3. Go outside. No. Click back. Now, yeah, there you go. Over 3. Boom. Does that make sense? Sort of? A little bit?
Yeah.
Okay. Yo. So you want to multiply by square root of 2, right? Because 1 square root of 2, right? So it's just square root of 6. Boom. I'm going to click on the square root thing. The square root thing next. 6. Boom. That's it. Yes. Woo! So here, times square root of 3, right? 3 square root of 3, boom. Pongo 3 square root 3. Okie dokie. Okay, you want to divide square root of 3. ¿Entiendes? Because here is square root of 3. This times square root of 3 is this. You have this number, so you're going to divide square root of 3. So you're going to do 7 divide square root of 3, right? So I'm gonna multiply by square root of 3 over square root of 3. And I get 7 square root of 3 over 3. No? Yes? Two divided by square root of 3, right? Just like he had 7 divided by square root of 3, you have 2 divided by the square root of 3. You're gonna do 2 divide square root of 3. So I gotta do times square root of 3 over the square root of 3. So I got 2 square root of 3 over 3.
¿Y cómo hago esto?
Dos. Root button. The root button. There you go. Space. Okay, no, not yet. Gotta go get out of the root. Now over 3. And boom.
Staff and students, sorry for the interruption. The bell will ring momentarily for lunch and study hall. Upperclassmen, please use the auditorium hallway to come down to the auditorium. And underclassmen, please use the media center hallway, grab your lunch on the way into the cafeteria and take your assigned seat at the sound of the bell. Thank you.
Ya te quiero que te voy.
Huh?
Ahora tengo.
So you want to divide square root of 2, right? What's 6 divided by 2? The square root 3, right? Because you're dividing square root 2, right? So it's a square root 3. Yeah. So so this is square root of 8 divided by 2, right? So write that down for a second. Square root of 8 divided by 2. Square root of 8 divided by 2. No, just 2, not square root of 2, just 2. No. All right. Just okay. So it's times square root of 3. So times square root of 3. Have a good day, everybody else. Times 3 is 84 square root. Sobre 2. Parallel esto es 4 por 6. Sí, okay. Porque 4 es 7. Salud. 4 es 2. 2. Después de 6. Garrett! Garrett! Lunch time, man. Where? Oh, thanks. Have a good day. No, I'm sorry. Bye, Karen. All right, I'm ending the meeting. Have a good day. Say no to drugs.